Okay, for the three people watching our stream right now, I think two of them are probably me, and one of them might be you. If you're watching and you're not one of us, please comment, and we will be as interactive as possible.
I just logged out, so maybe it's two.
Cool.
Not
Still says three. I don't know.
maybe you have one secret viewer.
Yep. But this is round one of week 6. The Webster Windmills are playing the Minnesota Blizzard, and we are, I think, the heavy favorites.
Yep.
You would say?
All the pundits have predicted us to win. This is Grandmaster Priyadharshan on also joining the
Yeah,
live
I don't
stream.
think they can see you, but you. Oh, yeah, and there's some lag too.
Okay.
But, okay. Yeah, so I think I think it should be hopefully a very lopsided match in our favor, but
Yep.
nonetheless, our tiebreaks aren't that great. We're tied for second, but currently in 5th. So every game counts.
I think the game started.
And yeah, it looks like game started. Let's just open all of them. We have Vasiftar Bailey playing board 1.
Against Matthew Jensen, who's, if I'm not mistaken, around 2050 federated player.
Yeah, and the way the round 1 pairings work is their board 4 plays our board 1, and our board 1 plays their board 4. So these are kind of the most, or the biggest differential in terms of matchups.
Sure.
So yeah, Vasif is playing an interesting E6 B6.
Yep. Works well against players who are far more lower rated because you can have a dynamic game.
Yeah, I think it leads to a very dynamic
Yeah.
position. I remember, I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, Hikaru Nakamura used this in US Championship
Oh, okay.
and outplayed at least a couple GMs with this sort of system for black. Who else do we have playing for us?
We have Ilya Nishnik on board 2 against
Ilya?
Frank Johnson.
Let's see if we can get that game. Their game is well underway. So Ilya didn't know who he was playing, and he actually woke up like 15 minutes ago. And I told him he was playing a 2100, and he was jumping with joy. So
Well,
I
at
think,
least he's fresh to the game. He just had a deep nap, I guess. Like,
yeah, hopefully his mind is still in kind of that. I don't know. Sometimes when you wake up, like the calculations can actually be quicker. Like
yeah,
kind
you
of
have a
the
clear
dream
head.
state. Your mind is a bit quicker and a bit more fresh. Ilya plays a Karo Khan. When did this happen?
He played it to even 2 games on the previous weeks of Pro League, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought he was a French defense like addict or something.
I
but,
think he's starting to learn the system, and so far seems.
I mean, his opponent's playing fairly quickly so far, but okay, seems like another dynamic position.
Yeah.
Very interested in our board 4, Josh Collis,
Yeah, who's making his debut today?
against Andrew Tang. Oh my gosh, we just had like this exact position in chess base, like we were preparing. And this should be fresh in his mind. I'm pretty sure this is all opening preparation.
I mean, you mean Josh had all this prepared?
We looked at it literally like 10 minutes ago, right before the game.
Oh, wow.
I was showing him the game between Shimanov and Ulyanov. Let's see if we can pull that up. So I think
Wow.
they're following the exact game so far.
That's good. And Josh has spent only 50 seconds for 17 moves, so they are literally like blitzing out their moves.
I think it's just been a matter of remembering
Yeah.
their preparation.
So
and
this came from what, like Semislav?
no, this came from Queen's Gambit Declined. Very long variation.
Uh,
I remember I studied this like 3 or 4 years ago, and
okay.
probably a day after I studied it, I forgot the whole thing. But there's some deep preparation. This is it's actually a line Wesley So used to defeat another strong player.
But I'm just making sure the audience can see your whole board, right?
Yeah,
Because that's actually a lot of time happens with me. They see, don't you?
okay,
okay.
it could be better a little bit. Yeah.
If possible.
Let's see if we can
I think
fix
you
this.
should press Alt and move.
Yeah,
it,
I've mastered this technique. Okay, so that should be better for the audience. And we have one commenter. Are you Chinese? I used to be Chinese, but they hide inside. What?
What is the
Okay,
comment?
it's not related anything to chess
Okay,
or Pro Chess
interesting.
League, so we will respond to Pro Chess League
Valid comments.
comments. And someone says, "Wow, Rosen at Twitch from bot winning." We're happy to see some viewers. Still, it says there's only 3 viewers, but
I'm not one viewer. I logged out long ago. Just
I'm going to share this on our Twitter, and then maybe we'll pick up a few Twitter egg people.
Okay.
Well, let's go back to the game.
Between Andrew Tang, Josh Collis.
And I have the Elyanov game pulled up, so I'm gonna just zoom through. Wow, they've played exactly the same game, I think. Oh wait, this is the wrong game. Maybe 2013. Yeah, probably.
I can unplug mine.
Yeah.
I can delete this side.
So, wow.
Wow, so they have
This is the exact same position. Look,
they agreed to a draw here in the game?
No, the game, the Elyanov game, Elyanov played Queen G8 check.
Yeah.
And then it was just perpetual check.
Okay, and I hope Josh remembers, before the game I told, all he needs is like a draw is fine.
A draw is a great result,
Yeah, that's
especially
what I
against
told him.
Andrew Ting.
So I'm pretty sure he
very
has
dangerous
that fresh
player.
in his mind. I told him like 5 minutes before the game started. So
Oh, 5 minutes before the game started, we had this position in chess base after
so
G take
maybe then
F3.
I was like a bit earlier before you showed in the game.
Yeah, I think you were probably like, a few minutes earlier. But I kind of regret not showing him the final moves of the game because we didn't see this perpetual.
I am confident Josh will
Oh,
figure it out.
he played H4.
Okay. What is really the idea? If Rook takes F2, I mean, he can still.
I don't quite understand H4.
I think he wants to move his Rook away. So most probably, if Rook F2, he wants to play Rook D1. I think that's his idea, and then go Queen G8 and Queen D8 mate. I mean, I'm not sure even what Black can do really much.
So you're saying if Rook take F2, there's Rook D1?
Yeah, I think he didn't want it like Queen takes H2, but it doesn't make a lot of sense in a sense. Why? I mean, if you want to give up, you could give up the H2 pawn, like play something like A4 maybe if you wanted to. Or maybe I also maybe kind of think that he didn't see the perpetual and he thought that Black's idea would be to play H4, H3 and fix the pawn on H2, and that would be a very dangerous pass pawn for Black. So maybe he wanted to avoid that from happening.
I think it's pretty clear both players are on their own now by move 23.
Yeah.
So
6.
It could be a fight
he's
still.
a pawn up. So I mean, like, so I don't see any clear ways that. I mean, I actually like H4 because I mean now the only way I see why Black can get the pawn back is either take Rook F2 or go something like King C7. But if he goes King C7, then I like Rook D1 a lot. Yeah, most probably that's the reason why he played H4. Maybe he wanted to push for more than a draw. Because after King C7, Rook D1, if they play Rook F2, there is Queen F7 check. Or King B3, Queen B6. It's still King B6, Queen B3 should be still a draw there. And I don't see any clear. So I expect Rook D1 on the board.
Okay, let's move on to some other games because there's a lot more to look at.
Boros
The Blue Wizard, right?
Yeah, he's playing Sean Nagel.
See if he's
GM
one of my
like,
friends. There he is.
Yeah, there he is. Blue Wizard.
Let's observe him. Oh, he's playing Sean Nagel, who I'm actually playing next round.
Yeah.
So this is a somewhat important game for me to see what type of form that Sean is in. And okay, double fianchetto. Yeah. Actually, earlier today, Magnus Carlsen played the same line against, I believe it was Abhijit Gupta.
Okay.
And
I didn't follow any games today. So
it was actually a very kind of infamous game because Magnus hung his queen and Abhijit didn't see it. It was like a one-move tactic, like a one-move fork.
Okay, that's crazy.
But yeah, this double fianchetto, I mean, it's just a game of chess. No real opening theory. And okay, I think Dennis likes to play positions like this, which are not so theoretical. C5, okay, winning.
I'm already liking White's position. I mean, White has the initiative.
So white's down a pawn, but it seems like there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, if I expect black to go knight d5, but then knight e4 seems too strong. Knight e4, and then the knight jumps to d6. Oh no, actually knight d5, he may lose a piece in that line. Like for example, knight e4, bishop f8, knight e d6, bishop takes d6, knight takes d6. If black goes like rook e7, just bishop d5, and the queen on c7 is unprotected. And so I actually think this is great compensation for the pawn.
Yeah, I think there's too many holes in black's position.
And also another tactic that could be potentially is knight takes g7, king takes g7.
He played knight b3 very quickly, so maybe he was.
I mean, he's doing the same thing. He's forcing black to go. If he goes bishop f8, bishop d5, he loses a piece. But he'll go bishop b6, and then I don't really know. I mean, he has compensation, but I'm trying to see what way he's trying to get the compensation.
I mean, knight take g7,
king g7, e6, knight 7 f6, queen f5. No, but then there's bishop g6. Oh, maybe. Oh, okay. I think what he's going to do is bishop b6, knight g7, king g7, e6, knight 7 f6, bishop takes d5. Ah, that runs into queen takes g3 check. Yeah.
A lot of alignment and geometry in this position.
Yeah.
But
I personally didn't like knight b3. I think the knight would have been a lot more active on e4, jumping to d6.
He played knight b3 in less than 2 seconds.
Yeah,
so I mean, hopefully he was calculating something concrete.
I mean, still the position, even if he doesn't manage to get the pawn back, he has enough active pieces to get. The only worry I would have is like if black manages to go bishop g6 and take on f5, then the pressure kind of goes down because the knight on f5 is a very critical piece at this point. For white.
So we have a bunch of comments in our Twitch chat, which I have not really looked at yet. There's some discussion about, weren't we on Ilya's account? Which we did start our stream earlier in the season on Ilya's account, but now we're on our official Webster Windmills account. Someone's suggesting us to get Hansen to host us next time. Maybe
Who?
Ilya could hook us up with that. Eric Hansen.
Oh,
to host us on their stream. Good lectures with St. Louis Chess Club. Thank you, Mike Loping. For those of you who haven't seen my lectures, you can check out the St. Louis Chess Club YouTube channel.
Yeah, sorry.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I think Mike Loping also followed us the other day. Is this the same person who knew my brother? Who said on the chat, like this live stream 2 weeks ago, he knows my brother? I think it's the same person. I don't remember the name.
It could be.
Yeah, if you're listening to the stream, let me know if you're the same Mike Loping.
I keep getting distracted, but I'm going to share our link on Twitch.
Oh.
And then we're already up to 13 viewers, so that's probably including a lot of people who aren't us.
Yeah, that's great. And also for the viewers, as in the second round, both myself and Eric are playing. Ilya will be hosting the round 2, and I don't know if there'll be any guest hosts for round 2, but okay, so maybe they're just repeating now.
Yeah, what were the last few moves?
They just gave check. Yeah, it's going to be a draw now.
Could black try a quick queen b5, just queen e3, right?
Yeah, queen c5. No, I mean, he can try like that. Queen e3, queen c5, but the thing is, after queen e3, queen c5, even white can take and go rook g1. He can push for a win in that.
Oh, you're saying like
queen c5, queen takes c5, king takes c5, and go rook g1. That's where h4 move becomes critical. The fact that you don't have the h2, so the black cannot take rook takes h2.
I see.
And rook takes f3, rook g5, but still it would end in a draw.
Very drawish,
yeah. It's a great result. I mean,
solid opening preparation.
Yeah. And Andrew Tang is a very dangerous, blitz rapid, faster time control player. So nicking off every half point will help us in the overall tie breaks in the end. So.
We looked up Andrew's profile before the game. Guess what his 1 minute rating is on chess.com?
2700.
It's 2950.
Yeah, I've seen him actually play the title Tuesdays, like holding solidly against Nakamura a few games. I've seen him play. And yeah, I mean, I know him. He's a very dangerous.
I mean, very few players, I think, cross 3,000, and he's very close. So, but rapid is a different story because there's enough time to play accurately and not blunder.
And it's amazing. Josh has more time than Andrew Tang, so he out-prepared and also he's doing good. Okay.
Let's just do a quick survey of the games. Dennis still has decent amount of pressure after queen d2. Ilya, wow, what just happened? Let's just go back. So the pawn tension kind of led to some explosion in the center.
But I don't understand this bishop e4 move, but I guess it's theory. I would just give.
I mean,
funnily, I'm kind of reminded of Ilya's game against Grandmaster Borisek from last week's Pro Chess League, where he went bishop e4-2 with black side on a French defense, and he just crushed Borisek.
I mean, the bishop is active on e4. It controls all the
and also last week, Justice Williams played bishop e4 also against his opponent in the opening. So kind of maybe the team move.
I mean, yeah. If there's actually a song, there's a chess rap song. If someone wants to look it up, I'll put it in the chat. It's called Chess Talks, and it mentions this bishop e4 move very specifically.
Oh, that's nice.
So Google Chess Talks.
I'm loving Ilya's position. He's going to pick up the e5 pawn, and then the d pawn will start rolling. And this.
He's just winning a pawn, right?
Just free pawn. Actually, I don't even know where the knight will go. Knight has to go to a3, which is a very dubious spot. Can't go to d6 because knight 6 c e5 and the d6 knight hangs. To
make things even better for Ilya, the time advantage tells the story with I mean 11.5 minutes to about 4 minutes. So
what about smarter chess versus Vasif?
So Vasif, wow,
that game is critical for my game because I'm playing Matt Jensen the next round, and seems like Matt Jensen is burning a lot of time. Wait. Wow, he's going to get a triple D pawn. Wow.
Triple D pawns. We don't see this too often. But I think these are strong triple pawns.
Yeah. How did this? Wow.
Yeah, let's go back just a few moves.
Yeah, I'm just amazed how this pawn. So I kind of converted into a Dutch reverse, and reverse Nimzo Indian Dutch. Yeah.
So it looks like white never took back on d5.
Generally, black goes e5, if I'm not mistaken, but then maybe he was worried that white may go e4, knight g5 and e4, and then the bishop on. So he went into.
I mean, it looks like white sacrificed a pawn trying to get some initiative, but it seems like it backfired.
Yeah.
And now,
it's just two pawns
if we count correctly, black has not lost a single pawn. And despite having triple pawns, I mean, there's all the advantage
but
for black.
But I still see the the idea is rook f6, rook h6.
This is a very dangerous attacking idea.
I expect him to go rook a d1 now, and then rook f6, and then play bishop takes d4, rook h6, go bishop h3, and then queen g5. Yeah, definitely. Black is putting a lot of pressure, and I mean 2 pawns. I also like a 7-minute time lead. Okay, so white wants to swap queens, which means Vasif gets enough time to consolidate his extra pawns. So like Vasif can go queen takes d3, c takes d3, knight e5 here, or d takes c4, d takes c4, and then knight e5. Yeah, so he'll manage to at least hold on to one pawn, if not both the pawns, which is good.
So I think we can expect wins from Ilya and Vasif without too much trouble.
And,
Josh's game is... Andrew's still thinking.
He's trying to figure out a way to continue the game. He doesn't want a draw, which could lead to potential upset because...
if he overpushes.
Yeah, and I expect him to overpush because he needs to score for their team to have even a fighting chance because they are fielding a comparatively subpar team, a 2300 average team.
Yeah, it's one of those team situations which it's usually good to put your opponent in a situation where they might have to take way too many risks to create winning chances, and sometimes that's how upsets occur. So,
very true.
Good chances for Josh. Should be at least a draw.
Yeah, and
then
Sean Nagel was this.
Yeah, Blue Wizard.
Looks like Sean Nagel gave up an exchange for...
So got some pawns for it.
2 pawns, yes. I like black's position.
And Sean Nagel has had a handful of upsets this season. He's defeated Conrad Holtz and I believe at least one other GM. So I'm definitely not going to take him lightly.
This is a bit suspicious because giving him the light squares weakens the white king a lot, but I think he's going to go knight d4 here because he has to control the f3 square badly, or else it's going to be a huge hole in this. Okay, he did. Okay.
I mean, it seems like this is the closest game out of all the games. I mean, black has, some pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, rook a3. Well, rook a3 might.
Rook c3. Just try to swap the rooks.
Yeah. I think as long as white can consolidate, it
I don't see
shouldn't be
any
too
way he's
scary.
going to like lose or anything, but maybe knight f6 here seems interesting with the idea of jumping to e4.
Yeah, this e4 square could be an issue for white.
Yeah.
Because if a knight or bishop gets there, it's very, very difficult to remove.
The fact is he can't go queen f4. I mean, he can go queen f4, but rook takes a2, rook e2. That's like, he gives up 3 pawns, not a nice situation. And once knight comes to okay, he goes knight b5. I mean, knight b5 is fine now because there is no pressure on the f3 square.
Okay, I finally got around to tweeting, so the stream is shared with all of Twitter.
Awesome.
We're expecting an influx of followers. So Mick Loping says, I'm Spartacus. Do you know a Spartacus?
I think so. Josh finished his game, so I guess he drew.
Oh, draw? Yeah, probably.
Did Josh draw?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Draw by
Good
repetition.
job, Josh.
Wow.
He got his, he did his job, so half point and win the board.
And that says something when our board 4 draws their board 1.
Without any
issues.
Breaking a sweat, yeah. That's good.
So, okay, not a bad sign. Let's just get a quick update on Vasif and Ilya. I think Ilya... Wow, b5 was played and the knight did not move.
Rook c1. Wow. So he did find a way to kind of cling on to the pawn.
So the point is, if pawn takes e4, queen takes e4, and white would win back a piece.
Yeah.
So queen e7. It looks like black is still winning.
No, actually, I think black may win 2 pawns because if the knight goes to a3, knight c e5, and then the queen goes somewhere b1, you can even play bishop a3 and queen a3 potentially.
It's greedy, but okay, 2 pawns is a lot of pawns.
Yeah. And central pawn, d pawn is going to win the game for black. I am predicting.
And Vasif, okay, has lost his triple pawns, but
has 1 pawn.
I think he's up a
he's
pawn
going to
with
get
some
the second
attack.
pawn now because g3 is going to fall. Queen takes
wow,
g3.
g3, and that's...
And then he'll just give like rook f6 and rook g6.
Rook f6,
he will even give up. Okay, so this
or
is
just
over.
a winning ending, yeah.
Yeah, this is just over. And with
Solid.
8-minute time lead, not a fight really anymore. Okay.
Oh wow, so Ilya won a piece.
Yeah.
Look at this.
So
white got maybe over ambitious.
White missed the intermediate.
Bishop b4, yeah, it's a nice move. Still a little bit of pressure.
Knight takes b4 a3. Not the knight trapped.
You have a point.
He may play knight f4 here.
Tricky.
Knight f4, rook f4, queen g5. And then some of the queen may wriggle, the knight may wriggle.
I have a feeling he missed a3 though. I mean, it's kind of unexpected that the knight's trapped in this position.
He's a pawn down if he doesn't manage to get the knight out. If he loses the knight without any...
Rook b8.
So he did miss. Wait, but why didn't he play knight f4? I mean, okay, this... Now it is just a... See, Josh, take care. It is.
I mean, it's. I think he still has chances.
Yeah, I mean,
but
yes,
not
the
as much
opponent
as
has
before.
3 minutes, so I expect Ilya to use his extra rating points. And so I'm not liking Danish position. This is like position perfect for tactical shots. Like all the pawns and squares near white kings.
I think it's much easier to play with black for the time situation, but. Okay, black is thinking, and if black gets low on time, anything can happen.
E5, I don't know what white would do after queen e5. I mean, he can try to exchange 1 pair of rooks with rook c8, but just rook c8, queen c8, king h7. All the white pieces are discoordinated, that's the issue. I mean, not really discoordinated, but I don't see a cohesive glue holding on to the piece.
I mean, and it's hard to really create anything for white and just kind of have to sit and react to whatever black does.
And knight g3 is
maybe a move like queen g2 and just
but queen
be a
takes
turtle.
g2, king g2, rook a2. And then you lose 4 pawns, 5 pawns.
Yeah, you might lose all your pawns, but if queens come off the board, at least you're not getting mated within a few moves.
Well, I mean, he had a dream position, so if Sean Nagel manages to win this, they will get 1.5 points on the board, and hoping that Vasif and Ilya scores, that's 2.5.
We should mention that this match is brought to you by Starbucks. It's the reason why I'm alive. I'm probably composed of like 50% Starbucks, given the amount I drink.
Yeah, I'm also a Starbucks fan. I'm a gold member for 3 years.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah.
Should put that on your resume.
Yeah, I'm one of the big contributors to their profit margin, I guess. Oh, not a huge one, but somewhere.
Tactic alert. I think this game is going to be
Rook C8
over
check.
in Black's favor.
Oh,
Rook C8,
yeah.
King H7, I mean.
Just take Queen G3, King H1, Knight F2. Yeah, it's over.
Well, okay, white gets 2 rooks.
No, but then the bishop
then
would come
bishop
to
comes
E4.
E4. This E4 square. We called it with bishop E4.
I also call the F3 square to be the weakness, and F3 the queen is standing there majestically.
And that's what happens in positions like this when all of Black's pieces are coordinating and targeting white's weaknesses. There's going to be tactics.
Okay, let's look at Ilya's game.
It's a little bit frightening that I have to play this Sean Nagel guy next. So Ilya, the last kind of interesting game. I'm assuming Vasif is winning. Vasif has already won.
Yeah.
So
he's won his game. Yeah. This is the only game that he's playing today, because after this we have Grandmaster Alexander Shimanov playing on board 1. Let me message Shimanov and make sure he's on.
Yeah, we want to make sure our players are awake and alive. So the first round is actually closer than expected, and it looks like the result of the match will come down to
I heard
game.
Vasif is also following the live stream. He just messaged,
Is
I
he
heard that
us?
you guys said this is the last game for me today. Yeah. So yeah, hello, shout out to Vasif for following the stream.
Oh yeah, Vasif won, okay. So Vasif can, if he wants to, he can come to our studio and join us.
Yeah, we have a very
if he's not lazy
studio
enough to walk to the
filled with sofas, ping pong tables. Yeah,
2 ping pong tables we have in our studio.
Wait,
what just happened here? Okay, it's still winning for Black.
Oh, King F1, the king can escape. I mean, okay, Black has a lot of pawns.
I mean, King F1, Queen D3 looks to win
lost.
material.
Yeah, it's lost. In 12 more minutes.
It's 8:58.
Oh, Vasif said he may come and do the live commentary with us. He said, I will come. I hope
awesome.
he didn't mention it in a sarcastic way or in a fun way.
Well, he better be here in 12 minutes, because we both have to play our games.
I mean, we have Ilya Nishnik doing the live stream, so he's a more expert streamer than me and Eric combined. So.
But okay, hopefully he has enough energy after this game. Seems like still a tough fight.
Yeah, because after Rook G8, Knight G7, Rook G7, Rook E8. Oh, there's Knight F8, so it's not. But still, the position is kind of shaky. I mean, this round is much more closer than I thought. I mean,
it's good that Josh drew, because we could have been in trouble.
Yeah. And I'm surprised that this Frank Johnson has played very fast, because I remember like 5 minutes ago he had like 1.5 minutes in the clock, and he still has like 1.5. But Ilya had the 8-minute time lead, and he has burnt like all his time on the clock.
Well, we can see based on the timestamps that Black has certainly spent a lot more time in the past few moves.
Yeah, I mean the position.
And this is the type of situation where every second counts, when especially when you get below 3 minutes.
I think
really
he'll go Rook takes
time
C8.
trouble.
I think he'll go Rook takes C8, Queen takes C8, King H7. But then I don't like the Black's king is pretty in a precarious situation, and also I think the D4 pawn may fall if that happens. But I don't know what else Black can.
I mean, it looks like a way to keep the game going, at least.
Yeah, it's not losing or anything, but it's just that. I mean, he's still a pawn up, so he can give up one pawn, the D4 pawn, and still manage to.
And if we go into this line, like Rook takes C8, Queen takes C8, King H7, then this knight on E6 is somewhat of a target. But okay, Ilya opts for Rook B8.
So what if Rook takes B8, Rook takes B8, Queen takes D4? He's fine going to that endgame. I don't see any winning chances for him.
I mean, there's a passed A pawn.
Yeah, but
put the rook behind it and start pushing it. Okay.
Yeah, but then I just don't see any.
So if this game ends in a draw, then it's 2-2.
Yeah,
which certainly not
the best.
Not what we were hoping for, but
okay, he's holding the queen, which is good because I mean, even if you lose the a6 pawn, if there's queen on the board, you know. Whoa.
5.
What if knight e7? Yeah, knight e7, knight takes g7. That's like.
That's
Queen
annoying.
Queen takes g7, f6. Not even taking.
What about knight f8 here?
But,
Passive, but
there.
I'm always a little bit scared when the GM plays a move that I suggest. It's usually it's a bad
d6,
move.
I mean, queen d6. I mean, it's
Queen
still not
d6,
rook
rook e8.
Yeah, he's still not losing, but
It's scary.
kind of white is getting the upper hand. Okay. I think most probably this game will end in some sort of discovery check and someone dropping a piece.
I mean, I think all three results are possible.
Yeah.
I mean, given the time situation, given that Ilya's kind of on the worst side of this position, but he's a much higher rated player, really anything can happen.
I mean, I
see
don't
knight
think it's
d7.
that worse once the knight comes to f6. I think once the knight does consolidates over there, I think it's solid. I mean, even if he loses the a6 pawn, once the knight comes to f6, I don't see him losing.
Well, okay, the knight is
but
now
the
pinned.
issue is if he goes rook e7, no, queen d8, king h7, knight f8, check. Tactics. So Ilya found
So,
it. So
okay, he
even king
defends
g8.
the queen.
Yeah. So if he goes
Solid.
rook d1, he can
the knight
even
can
go
move.
queen f5 if he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
No, queen f5 would be rook takes d7. That's bad. Oh no, maybe not bad. Queen takes e6, rook g7, king f5.
I'm gonna make a prediction and say Ilya wins this. I think
with
white having 28 seconds left and Ilya playing all the right defensive moves, I think maybe he has a slight upper hand. But rook f1.
How was blue was that? Is that game over?
I
think it's over.
I would think so. Yeah.
Okay, so 1.5 points for Minnesota at this point, and oh no, it's 1.5, 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
The current score line is 1.5, 1.5, and this game would kind of differ. No. From your lap.
So I'm going to play it by ear. I'm currently logged in on my laptop, so I'll probably play from my laptop, and then we'll have to switch the stream to your laptop.
Okay, so I think Ilya can do that. I'll play from the computers over there. But if you're playing, you need to play from that, right?
I'll play from there, of course, yeah.
Okay, so this
is looking pretty drawish, but yeah, this should be a dead draw.
Yeah.
Because black might win the rook, but white's going to create the pass pawn.
White will just give up the rook. Okay. 2-2. I mean, we are coming in at a critical.
And we have Dennis
perhaps
joining us.
No, not sure.
Walking slowly.
Sipping his cup of coffee.
I think it's tea.
Oh yeah, or water, hot water.
Shaking his head. Wearing his trademark striped shirt.
What happened, Dennis? I thought instead of knight b3, knight e4 was far more stronger. Two. I mean, 1.5. Ilya is going to draw. So 2-2. Vasif, and Josh drew. Ilya drew. Okay, I think it's time for us to go to our board.
Slow starts.
5 minutes for the next game. Time for us to go.
Yeah, okay. We're up to 18 viewers, which I think is a record for the number of people watching at one time.
I think it may be even the combined all time.
I think
because
so.
we never had more than 10 viewers, if I'm not mistaken, at any point in time. Okay, so Ilya, you want to take over the.
Okay, so we are going to take a quick break. Ilya Nizhnik is going to be joining us, or joining himself on our stream, perhaps with a few other people.
He has to do it from my laptop.
So yeah, I'm going to pause mine. And thank you, people on Twitch. We might post this to YouTube later, but hopefully the Windmills can pull through, and hopefully people are cheering for us. So long.